We can't free OJ.
Hello, man, it's Marshall, and this is the OJ update. The whole OJ saga started just a few months ago when OJ brutally murdered his ex-wife Nicole Simpson. And then, and her friend Ron Goldman. OJ says he was taking a nap at the time of the murders, but we all know he did it. The night of the murders, OJ went to Chicago, and when he returned to LA, he was arrested. His lawyer then quit, so he hired Robert Shapiro and every other lawyer in the Western Hemisphere. OJ was supposed to turn himself in, but when the cops got to his lawyer's house, they found out that OJ had gone for a little ride around LA with his friend AC. They ended up in the driveway of OJ's Brentwood estate. OJ had a gun to his head, and said he was going to kill himself. Before he would get out of the car, OJ demanded to have a glass of OJ. OJ drank out of that. That was refreshing. After OJ drank his OJ, the police arrested him. Then they had a pre-trial hearing where they found out that there was enough evidence against OJ to bring him to trial. The judge for the OJ trial will be the most honorable Lance Ito. When it was time for him to plead guilty or not guilty, he grinned and sweated that he was absolutely 100% not guilty. Robert Shapiro and the rest of the lawyers then tried to get the case thrown out of the court, but was unsuccessful. They are now picking the jury, and the trial will begin soon. This has been Matt Antitomaso with the OJ Update.
He's so guilty. We can't free OJ.
Hello, and I'm Bob Dumont, and this is the OJ Update. Well, the whole OJ saga started just a few months ago when OJ brutally murdered his
And I
Nicole.
wanted to take that route again. I think she'd had
Goldman and on Goldman and on Goldman and on Goldman and on Goldman and
OJ says,
about whether or not you invited Mr. Simpson into the club.
but we all know he did it. OJ went to Chicago, and when he returned to LA, he was arrested. His lawyer then quit, so he hired
Quickly, and we're glad that we judge
the investigation.
Once the authority
OJ was supposed to turn himself in, but when the cops got to his lawyer's house, they found out that OJ had gone on a ride around LA with his friend AC, whatever that means. Then he ended up in the driveway of OJ's Brentwood estate. OJ had a gun to his head, and he said he was going to kill himself before he would get out of the car. OJ demanded to have a glass of OJ. Tropicana, I hope. That was refreshing. Arrested him. Then he had a pre-trial hearing.
Coroner was dated June 15th, 1990.
Trial.
and I want to make clear we're just dealing with lawful seizures, not admissibility at trial of these issues.
Ito. When it was time for him to plead guilty or not, he grinned and swore that he was absolutely 100% not guilty. Let's see what we got here. 100% not guilty. There it is. All right. Now, Robert Shapiro and the rest
Of Vertels.
We have not received.
successful. They are now picking the jury, and the trial will begin soon. This has been Bob DuPont with the OJ Update.
They were working on some reconciliation. She had a rough time with O.J.
Complained picking a jury first would leave those jurors.
Execution.
It's about whether or not you invited.
And item number 167, which is description of the
issues.
Fine with OJ, and you can't blame her. She wanted to meet.
For this particular.
when that item was seen.
In any event, we'll delay that.
And
That was not previously visible to you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You're right. It is a logical and clear. We're just dealing.
Have been the person who transported the Bronx.
The OJ trial on track. Hearing it.